When you think you're going nowhere, look at where you're coming from. I spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week at school. It's very unfortunate and I don't like it. A lot of my time has to go into school, and the time which I don't spend at school, I try to spend on my physical health. I look back on my school days after I go climbing and I just think I've gone nowhere. I feel like I'm getting nowhere with school, and I genuinely think that it will really take me nowhere. But at school and at home for that matter, I dream of something more. I dream of a little valley, and in that valley there's a forest, and in the forest there's a house, and that house is 2 stories tall. There's a little tower, and that tower has a 3rd story. In the tower there's a glass window, round. Behind the window there's a desk. On the desk there's a candle and a notebook. At that desk I sit and I write, I record, I edit, I do fun things. In my dream, I'm a content creator, and not just any content creator. I'm a YouTuber because, well, YouTube is the ultimate form of content creation. I look back on where I'm coming from as a child, watching Bed Wars commentaries and cooking videos like Alvin Zhu, and now I realize that not only do those form part of my identity, but that's the kind of video I might want to go for. Backtrack, maybe. Take a new turn. Dig a new path in the snow. I looked back on my days and I reflected. Reflection done, figuring out where I'd come from, I now want to act. I want to do something. And why not do something which will help me to achieve my dream? YouTube. Now, doing this is going to be a little bit hard. But everything is always hard. You never know where anything goes. And ultimately, it's like a huge meadow of snow which you have to dig through. Luckily, with enough effort, you can push that snow away. And so I decided to act, maybe about a week ago. I sat down, I opened Google Docs, and I just wrote a script. No plan, no nothing. It's not even this script. I just wrote a script. This is commonly known as the 2-minute rule, but slightly changed for my circumstance. I did a very small thing, which has now snowballed into me actually sitting down and recording a video. When I wrote this script, I realized that actually I really love making scripts. And that if there was a path which I was going to dig for myself, writing was very likely to be part of that path. But before I really got started, I had to take a deep breath and just go for it. No one knows where that path may lead. Keep the faith. It'll be all right. Now, when you act on anything, you need to make sure that you keep 2 things in mind, 2 crucial things, which without them, you will probably never succeed. 1, it will be difficult. Your path is never going to be truly straight. This path which I'm going to dig in the snow is probably going to take twists and turns, whether that be by necessity or because I just want to. And it will be hard. I won't just be able to start making YouTube videos which are Alvin Zhu style, Alvin Zhu perfect. But the second thing you always need to remind yourself when you're on a new path is simply of your dream. I need to keep reminding myself there is a reason I am doing this. There's a reason I'm having to ask people to focus my camera. I'm sitting on a slightly wet, muddy stump. And why I've got a little flask of tea and I'm drinking from it. The reason is because I do truly want my dream. I would truly love to be a content creator, especially a YouTuber. But it's impossible to do that without starting somewhere. So I guess this is a video for me. Someday you will look back, wonder how that change led to your height. I'll look back and be grateful that because of this, I always had time to cook meals for myself, for my family, for my audience. I'll look back and I'll be so grateful for the new connections I made through YouTube, or the new connections I made with people who I already know, who didn't know I did YouTube, or who helped me on my path. If you haven't already gathered, this is basically me saying that I'm going to start doing YouTube again. A little bit. Even if it's just Timothy-style videos of me sitting in a park and talking to the camera. Everyone starts somewhere, you know. MKBHD sat in his room. Maybe I'm going a little bit further than him, sitting outside, chasing the sunset. Even though I kind of missed it, my face is probably a little bit dark now. But I can't be a perfectionist. I just need to, as my second verse said, backtrack maybe, take a U-turn, and just keep going. So, my friends, to round off this probably fairly short video, I am here to make actual content again. And for you, the viewer, well, do you think you need to draw a new line or dig a new path? When you think you're going nowhere, look at where you're coming from. Backtrack maybe, take a U-turn, dig a new path in the snow. No one knows where that path may lead. Keep the faith, it'll be alright. Someday you will look back, wonder how that change led to your height.